So today I'm going to make a video about how AI has been put into the Adobe Express product. And so the screen we're looking at here is the new beta version of Adobe Express. And I did talk about Adobe Express in another one of my videos. And so I'll show a couple web pages here and how to access the link, which I will include in the description of the video. So if you go back up to the top here and take a look, here is a beta version of Adobe Express FAQ, and there's a link here on the page that you can click on, and it takes you to the website that we were just looking at. Now this is a completely different version of the Adobe Express since it is a beta version, so do keep that in mind, and I'll show you where your files are stored and how that is a little different from the Adobe Express version. And here is a feature summary. It's a very long page, but I scrolled down to the part that's talking about generative AI powered features. Make designs faster and easier with AI powered features and guidance that take out the guesswork. Generate extraordinary text effects and images instantly from just a description with Adobe Firefly Generative AI. And so I went ahead in one of the samples that I'll show and did this text effect called Gold Metallic Drip on top of an image that I also created with this new AI tool. And I think it is fun and interesting, and I do think it can save a lot of time in your work efforts if you're making any type of digital media. So definitely give these two pages a look. And again, I'll include the descriptions for the FAQ and the feature summary in the video description. So here I've switched to the FAQ, and I wanted to point out just a few things before we go and take a look at the product in more depth. How do I get access to it? They explain that there. Can I share designs I've made? It says yes, you can, including to your social channels. Can I talk about and post videos publicly about the beta version of Adobe Express? Yes, you're welcome to talk about it. Is it available on mobile? No, it's not. Can I switch between the Adobe Express and the beta versions of Adobe Express? Yes, you can. However, the files created in the beta version can only be accessed in the beta version. And so I will show that. And there is a menu option called Your Stuff. That's where we'll see the 3 files that I've created before I made this video. And another important question is, can I move my projects from Adobe Express into the beta version of Adobe Express? No. However, once the beta ends, you'll have access to your files and projects in the new version of Adobe Express. So I think those were some important things to point out. Now let's go and take a look at the tool. So we're back at the home page, which you can see here in the upper left. It says home, and you can see in the top left of the browser it says Adobe Express Beta, so you know that we're in the beta. And the URL is new.express.adobe.com. So that's the URL. And then there's some options you can click on here across the top if you wanted to make a social media post, for instance, for an Instagram square post, a TikTok video, Instagram story, Facebook post, YouTube thumbnail, Instagram carousel, or if you wanted to create a video, which I actually created this animate from audio, and I'll show that here in just a few minutes how I did that. But you can make different videos and then export them and use them wherever you need to in social media. And the last option here is generative AI. And so I made a couple examples of this. Here in this text to image, you can put in prompts of what you want it to generate and then click generate. Or you can pick from a sample to get an idea of how it might work. And if you move your mouse over these, you can see how it says what the prompt was. that was used to make it. Like here's an example: ultra high resolution, hyper realistic, neon glowing metallic owl in close-up looking directly to the camera sitting on a flower in Amazon. That's pretty specific. This other one here says the Eiffel Tower in desert with river. So you can go from something more generic to something really specific. And I'll go ahead and click on this owl. So depending on the speed of your computer, it may take just a little bit to generate. Once it does, you have a lot of options here on the left side. You can switch between the content type, none, photo, graphic, or art, and those give like different styles of the image that's being generated. And from what I've seen, the images generated here they're really awesome. And if you want to change the style, you can do that. And once you pick the style, then you have these different like sub options you can click on. And so it makes it really easy and fast to try out different options, and you can combine them together. Like if you wanted to have 2 of these put together, or 3 or 5 of them, you can do that. It's really amazing all the different things that you can do just by a couple of mouse clicks. And so here are the results. If I want to go ahead and click on a different owl, let's click on this one. And so it's been generated, so it doesn't take long to show up on the screen. And if you don't like those, you can click on load more, and it will go ahead in real time and generate some more options for you to choose from. So we'll come back in a second when it's done. So let's go ahead and pick this one. So at a high level, that's all the different options that you can use here when you're using the text to image feature. And let's go back now and click on your stuff. That's where your files are at. So let's see what's in there. And so here you can see it says this file is currently in use. And this is the animated file that I generated with audio. And that was another sample prompt that I used. And this was one that I created from scratch. So up at the top here, there's a little left arrow. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And so now we're back at the home page. Now we'll go ahead and click on your stuff, which is my stuff. And so we can see the one that I just generated. And this was an animated audio project, which I'm going to go ahead and show that. There's a lot of kind of fun things you can do with this. So let's go ahead and load that up. All right, so let's go ahead and let this play. This was an audio file that I recorded. There's a few screens that pop up, and it makes it really easy for you to record video from your microphone, the same one that I'm using here to record this video. So let's go ahead and let this play. It's not very long, and so I use my voice, and it actually animates the character in its own way, and you can choose all kinds of different characters, and you can customize movements and different things. So let's go ahead and let this play. Hello there. We're going to go ahead and try out this new audio and animation feature from Adobe Express. It looks really fun and really cool, and could help do some things and speed up some of your efforts in making assets such as this. So let's go back to the main screen and take a look at how to create assets such as that. And then we'll go home and say video, new. And here you can see animate from audio. And that is the option that I chose. And then from there, it prompted me, like I said, to record some video. And there's just so many different things you can do with this. It's really awesome. I really like the changes that have been made to Adobe Express. So let's go back to the Your Stuff and let's take a look at this graphic that it created. So I just double click. And so here, if I click on the text to image, you can see it says that it's new. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And you can see the prompt that was typed in. So here you can see the prompt about a bee sitting on a flower in the moonlight. And I think the artwork looks really nice. And again, it's the same kind of idea here. You can choose different styles and different effects just by clicking on each of these filters, and then it shows you the different options that you can use. Or if you want to change the content type overall to, say, photo, so that's more like a realistic photo, just as an example. And so here's some other renders of the bee. So I've clicked on load more so we can see some other options. There's 4 other options here. And let's choose the graphic instead of photo and give it a minute to generate. So here's what it shows as a graphic version of it. So it really depends on what type of style that you're looking for as far as which one of these to choose. And let's go ahead and choose art and see what it comes up with. So here are the 4 that it generated. And it has concept art selected there. So I think these look really nice also. So here I had it generate some different colors, I guess you would call it the synth wave. So I went under selected style and I picked synth wave and then click generate, so you can see how it changed the overall like color palette and colors used. So it's just so easy to try out so many different things by just a couple mouse clicks. I really like how that works. So a few other things I wanted to mention. If you need to download this so that you can use it in your social media or website or wherever you need it, you just click the download button and you can choose your format, PNG or PDF, JPEG, and then it just downloads it to your computer. So that's really easy to use. And if you want to share it or schedule things, you can click on the button there and it gives you some options. The other thing I wanted to mention was this Discover panel that shows up. So you can click on this to watch little videos. They'll show you around and help you make your first design, create a reel or a video story, which is a pretty powerful feature. So they show you how to do that. Your brand at your fingertips. Set up your brand quickly to apply brand colors, fonts, and logos to your design. So they show you how to do that. AI powered text effects. We did look at that briefly in this video. Redesign or resize designs automatically. So there's options for that. They walk you through. Add collaborators if you want other people to work with this file alongside you. You can add collaborators, and then I already showed the schedule your social post. So I just wanted to point out those additional features which make it really awesome to use. So let's go ahead and go back to the home page one more time, and let's take a look at a retro sunset. So I'll double click that. And if I click on the text, that was generated by a text effect or text effect from AI. And so I told it to go ahead, and I'd like something like a gold metallic drip. And that was actually mentioned in like the FAQ. So I think it did a pretty good job. So it's just really awesome how you can just type in words of what you're imagining and it will go ahead and do its best to come up with something that looks like that. And so how did I generate the image in the background? Well, what I did there, if we click on this text to image, this is how it generated what I asked it to generate, which was, I said create a neon outdoor scene looking over a mountain range at the ocean at sunset. And it generated different results. I think they all look really cool. And if you wanted to see more, you could click on load more, and it takes just a couple seconds, and it's generating them all up in the cloud. So there we have, another option of using AI inside of a graphics tool. And these capabilities I think are really amazing, and it's a lot of fun. And if you need to generate any kind of different artwork that might help you on your projects, I would say to give this tool a try. It's free at this point, and you can just go to the website I mentioned. And also there's other options over here that I just wanted to point out real briefly, like if you want to schedule your social posts, save time and schedule your post directly to your social platform. So if we come back to the home page and we click on schedule, and then we click on, there's two things, manage connection. So this is where you would connect up your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn. And once you do that, then you can come into here and say new post. And so from there you can set up your schedule, or you can say publish now. And when you see this premium feature, you have to sometimes pay for things. It just depends if it says it's a premium feature or not. And so here you can drag or drop the images or videos you want to include in your post, and then go ahead and fill out the various information that it needs. You add your caption, and then you can go ahead and schedule it by clicking this button down here. So I think that's, again, another time-saving feature once you use these tools to generate the work that you need. And they have a good FAQ learning center. If you come down here, they give you a lot of different examples and things that you can try out. And explore, you can type in all kinds of different searches, and they have all these different templates, photos, videos, design assets, backgrounds. I think many things for almost anything that you might be looking for are available. And you can also go to the top there and search and fill in files, templates, photos, libraries, brands, videos, backgrounds, and design assets. So again, I just wanted to point out some of the latest AI technology that has been infused into the Adobe Express Beta, and I hope you find it useful and that you have fun. You should give it a try, and I will be posting more video contents as soon as I can. I appreciate you watching my videos, and I will talk with you soon. Thanks for watching. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post new content.